Today we are making moi moi and I'm going to show you exactly how I make mine from beginning to end. For this recipe, I'm using honey beans. You can use any beans you prefer, but honey beans are what I usually use and they work perfectly for me. I'll be showing you a much quicker and easier method on how you can wash your beans. I usually put the beans inside my blender and add some water and use the pulse button. The idea is simply to loosen the skin from the beans. Once I'm done pulsing, I transfer everything into a bowl and add more water. As you can see, the skin floats to the top, making it much easier to pour or sieve out. I add in more water, stir everything around and keep pouring out the skin until the beans is clean. You may still need to pick out a few pieces, but compared to the old method, this is much faster and less stressful. Honestly, discovering this method made preparing moi moi easier for me because washing the beans used to be the main reason I would keep postponing it. But with this blender method, that excuse is gone. So once the beans is properly washed, I transfer them back into the blender. You can see that the water is slightly above the level of the beans. I add enough water to help the blender move freely because if the mixture is too thick, the beans may not blend evenly. It is usually better to start with a reasonable amount of water because you can always add more water later if need be, but once you add too much, you cannot take it back. Also, if your blender is small, it is better to blend the beans in batches so everything blends properly. Now, here is one little trick I use whenever I'm making moi moi. I like to blend my bean mixture twice. After blending it the first time, I pour it out, return it to the blender and blend it again. It may seem like an extra step, especially because the mixture already looks smooth, but that second blend makes a difference for me. It helps break down any tiny bit that may still be left and gives the mixture an even smoother and creamier consistency. Let me show you the difference. The first one has blended quite well, but if you look closely, the texture is still slightly grainy. Now compare it with the one I blended twice. This one looks much smoother, creamier, and more even. And this is exactly the consistency I like before adding the other ingredients. The first mixture may still give you good moi moi, but for me, the second blend takes the texture to another level. So I would really recommend blending your bean mixture twice. It doesn't take much time and it helps give the moi moi that soft, smooth texture. Next, these are the peppers I'll be using. I have tatashe, shombo, rodo and onions. You can adjust the rodo depending on how spicy you like your moi moi. The tatashe gives that lovely color, while the shombo and rodo add flavor and some heat. I transfer everything into my blender, add only a small amount of water and blend until the pepper mixture is completely smooth. Now here's another trick I use. Instead of pouring the blended pepper directly into the beans, I like to fry it first. I add some vegetable oil to my pan. You'll notice that I'm using a little more oil than you would normally use just to fry pepper. And that is because the oil will eventually go into the moi moi mixture as well. Once the oil heats up, I pour in the blended pepper mixture and allow it to fry properly. I don't rush this part because tatashe can have that raw slightly sharp taste if it hasn't cooked down well. As the pepper fries, I stir it from time to time so it doesn't burn or stick to the bottom of the pan. Once it is ready, I take it off the heat and set it aside. So next, I prepare my seasoning mixture. Instead of adding my seasoning cubes and salt directly into the mixture, I like to dissolve them first. I put them into a small plate, add a little warm water and mix until everything dissolves completely. Seasoning cubes can sometimes leave small lumps in the mixture, so dissolving them first helps the seasoning spread evenly throughout the moi moi. Next, I cut my boiled eggs into 2 equal halves. You can cut yours into smaller pieces if you prefer, but I like cutting mine this way, so each portion gets a good piece of egg. You can also add fish if that is what you enjoy in your moi moi. You can use boiled fish, smoked fish, mackerel fish, or any type you prefer, but for this particular recipe I decided not to use fish at all, but I'll be adding other fillings. Now it's time to bring everything together. First, I add in the remaining ground crayfish directly into the bean mixture. Next, I pour in the seasoning mixture I prepared earlier. After that, I add in my corned beef followed by some dried shrimps. The dried shrimp adds extra flavor and gives the moi moi a little texture. Once all of these ingredients are in, I mix everything together properly so they are evenly distributed. Next, I add in my fried pepper mixture. At this point, the color immediately starts changing and the mixture looks much richer. I mix everything properly to combine. I go in with a little bit more vegetable oil because my moi moi looked like it needed more, and besides, moi moi needs enough oil to come out moist and not dry. Then I add in some onions that I blended earlier. I was supposed to actually blend these onions with the beans, but I forgot, so it's coming in now. And then I mix everything properly to combine. Now that the mixture is ready, it's time to portion it into the moi moi plates. These are the plates I'll be using, and I simply scoop the mixture into them one after the other. After scooping the mixture in each plate, I add in 1/2 of the boiled egg to every portion. I gently press it into the mixture so it sits properly, and then I cover the plate. And then I repeat this process basically until my batter or my bean mixture is finished. Next, I arrange the covered moi moi plates into my pot. Normally, I prefer to allow the water to come to a boil before I put them in, so the moi moi can start steaming immediately. But on this particular day, it was really late and I was pressed for time, so I went ahead and placed them inside before the water started boiling. It still works fine. It may just take a little longer because the water has to heat up first. Once all the plates are arranged, I cover the pot and allow the moi moi to steam for about 45 minutes. The cooking time may vary slightly depending on the size of your portions, but after 45 minutes, you can check one to make sure it is properly set. And just like that, our moi moi is ready. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and found the tips helpful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Until I see my next one. Bye-bye.